Peace, everyone. Hi, this is Angela Jordan Perry, the owner, director, and administrator of this Option 3 Accountability Association here in the state of South Carolina. So it's my delight to be with you again today. And today we're going to be talking about all things dual enrollment. Maybe not all things, but I'm definitely going to hit on some points about dual enrollment. I have gotten a lot of questions about that since for my association it's now time to be getting homeschool high school transcripts ready and sent in to me to complete and get a GPA on and ranking. But before I dive into all things dual enrollment, let me let you know a little bit about myself. So as I mentioned, I'm Angela Jordan Perry. I am the life partner and wife of now 27 years. Come July, I am the homeschool mom of 8 children, 5 of whom I'm still homeschooling, and 3 we have graduated out of homeschool. I have been homeschooling now for 19 years. My youngest is 7, soon to be 8, so I at least have 7 more years of homeschooling to go. My kids generally are done by age 15 or 16, and they move on to college or what have you. I also am the voice of Girlfriend's Guide to Homeschooling with Angela Jordan Perry, where you can find me on YouTube and on Facebook. Finished out my first season with over 100 interviews. That platform is specifically for the African diasporic community. And then also Girlfriend's Chat is a podcast I have along with Educating Our Own, another platform. And those platforms are to really encourage those of the African diasporic community to homeschool and to educate their own children. So other than that, my purpose-driven life is to make a positive impact on thousands of homeschoolers worldwide. And I do that starting right here in South Carolina, serving my homeschool community, of whom I have all across the state of South Carolina. Okay. All right. So let's dive into dual enrollment. What is it? First of all, dual enrollment is allowed for homeschoolers to take classes on a college level where those courses are dual. They count towards college credit and college diploma, and they equally count as courses for credits for high school. So if a student, for example, is taking Spanish dual enrollment in college, whether that's online or in person on campus, then that Spanish course counts towards their college degree, and it counts towards satisfying their high school courses that they would like to have on their transcript. So that's, first of all, dual enrollment, a course that's collegiate level, but they count for both, dual, 2 ways, high school and college. All right, so that's dual enrollment. Next question, when can your student begin dual enrollment classes? I have 2 answers for you. 1, a student can start anytime they want, as long as they are online college courses. I said that again. Your student can begin taking college level courses online at any time, just as long as that college is okay with your student being 12 or 13 or 11 or what have you, taking a college level course, okay? That's the first answer. The second answer is, if you live in South Carolina, in order for a student to step foot onto college levels of studies, then they have to be 16. That's the regulation that's here in the state of South Carolina. The student have to be 16 if they're going to go on to the campus, take classes in that school, okay, amongst other college level students who are, much older than them and as far as age, okay? Online, anytime, just as long as the classroom and that professor and that college permits it, they can take those classes. If they're going to go onto a campus, they have to be 16, okay? How do you calculate dual enrollment courses on a homeschool high school transcript? And this is what I get a lot of questions about right now at this time of year. So generally, when a student takes classes on a collegiate level, the professor generally gives them a letter grade, an A, B, C, D, or an F, right? That's what they get on their college transcripts for dual enrollment. But what you have to know is that in order for their high school transcript to reflect that dual enrollment class, we need to have a numerical grade. Okay, so in college, that student receives a letter grade, but for the high school transcript, they must have a numerical grade. Well, how do you do that? You simply send a notice to the professor, an email or what have you, saying, will you please translate this letter grade into a numerical grade? It should be that easy. Talk to the professor. The student should have some kind of contact, a text, number where they can contact that professor, email, private inbox, some way of communication so that they can simply ask that question. Can you please translate my grade into a numerical grade for the purpose of my high school transcript? Now, the funny thing is, when homeschoolers go to a college and take a course, a college level course, most of the time the professor has no idea that that student is even, high school level and not college. I mean, there's nothing that's written that says, Angela Perry, she is high school and she is taking a college course. All the professors usually get is the names of the students, and that's it. They don't know. And homeschoolers fare so well in that setting, that collegiate level setting, that they seem equal. And oftentimes they are very educationally superior to their, the other students in the class who are true college level students. How do I know that? Because my daughter took dual enrollment for her last 2 years of schooling. She did dual enrollment classes. This teacher, the professor, never knew, and she was in I can't think, my brain is gonna sleep. Where they have all the instruments, the orchestra. She played ballet in the orchestra, and so the professor of that, they didn't know. They had no clue she was a homeschool high school student and was 16 at the time, and then 17 the next year. They had no clue because she made A's in her classes. So a lot of times the professor does not know. So you have to reach out to them and ask for that numerical grade. How does a dual enrollment course look on the high school transcript? And if you have questions, just let me know, and I will answer those as we go along. So how in what way, how do you put that course, that dual enrollment course, on the high school transcript? All right, simple. Because a lot of times parents will do their students' transcripts, but for my association, I will do your transcripts if you'd like. It's simple. You just put the course name there on your high school transcript. Whatever that course is, they only get 1 credit. While they may receive 3 credits for college transcript, on the high school transcript, it only counts as 1 credit. So again, they have dual. You will not see any college level course on a high school homeschool transcript showing 3 credits. Okay, you only see 1 or a half or a quarter or what have you. So just know that's the biggest difference. You put the course name, you identify that whatever that college level, maybe it's 100, 101, 201, whatever. You indicate that it's dual enrollment. You have to have the numerical grade 97, okay, and it's 1 credit. So you have to have all of those elements: the name of the course, how many credits is always going to be 1 or a half or less, but normally college levels are going to be 1, the numerical grade, and the fact that it's dual enrollment, DE, okay? And then I will calculate that with all of the other courses that they have, and then that's it. We come up with a GPA, South Carolina, grading GPA on there, and their ranking. That's simple. So if you have any questions about dual enrollment, let me know, okay? They're as simple as that, but a lot of people get confused. They wonder if they can put 3 credits. They wonder if I can just use a letter, etc. You can't. So listen through this again and make sure you have clarification on it. But if you do have questions, let me know. Dual enrollment is a great asset to the student. It gives them a course, an atmosphere to be in college, working with the professor. I'm telling you, homeschoolers do well, very well in dual enrollment, okay? I used to just sit in the car when my daughter, she was 16, and she wasn't really driving, or I didn't want her to drive in, and I would sit in my car for that hour or 2 hours that she would have courses. there in her classes, and I would sit in the car and teach my other children. That's what I would do, okay? So it's a great experience. Just call around to the different colleges in South Carolina. If you want to know specific, I can tell you a few, but call around and see if they take dual enrollment classes for students, and go from there, okay? All righty, that's all I have for you today. Again, this is Angela Jordan Perry. I'm the owner, director, and administrator of this Option 3 Accountability Association here in the state of South Carolina, serving you and yours. All right, all the best. Have a great day. Peace.